At the hospital we were staying at, we found this group of boys living underneath us in a dark corridor. At night, they would sneak away from the large crowds of kids and sleep there, even when the ground was soaking wet.
Can I watch? And how many days a week does it rain?
2 or 3 days.
So you study every night here like this?
Yes. Yeah.
You do your homework?
Yeah.
You share your homework?
Yes.
But you don't cheat?
No.
No.
Yeah. We used to go and eat mangoes in the forest like that, without fearing the rebels, because in a day we cannot fear, but in a night we can fear. At night we can fear those rebels. Yes. Oh, for me also, I fear to sleep at home. His name is Ojok Robinson.
Jack Robinson?
Yeah.
Is he a good friend like Tony to you?
Yeah, he was my best friend, like Tony, which I don't know where he is now. Maybe he's dead or alive, I don't know now.
When you were abducted?
Yeah.
He was with you?
Yeah, we were abducted with him. When I think of him, sometimes I can even cry. But nowadays, I cannot cry. Because if I feel of him, my heart will only be beeping like this. So instead of crying, my heart will just keep on beeping like that. And if my heart is beeping, I should stop thinking about him.
Bonnie, would you want to go and visit America?
Yes, I want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why?
Because maybe staying there is so nice, as I see in the movies, like that, in the video. Yeah.
And what's your favorite music to listen to?
My favorite music is the one is from Tupac. Maybe he's still alive.
Maybe he. Who do you think he might be, even?
Because maybe he's Ja Rule.
That Tupac's Ja Rule?
Yeah.
So if this light wasn't on,
It's now very deep.
this light was not on, that's how much light you have?
Morning.
It's just past 6. Are you going to pray?
We couldn't understand why these kids would wake themselves up before dawn every morning. They were under no obligation from a parent or a teacher requiring them to do so. But as they pumped water to wash their faces, we realized these kids were more than mere friends. They had become a family.
Yes.
The first night at the bus park, we met and interviewed a kid named Jacob, but had to stop because a drunk armed guard threatened us.
You are making our work to be very, very difficult. You stop that thing now.
You are strong.
We later met up with Jacob and his brother, Thomas. We wondered if Jacob knew Jolie because he too could open a bottle with his teeth.
How?
We learned that 6 months ago, Jacob and Thomas had escaped from the LRA rebels, who took them to the desert, or what they call the bush, and were now being hunted by name. They slept at the bus park at night, but during the day they hid from the rebels in this small room. They told us many things about how the rebels treat the abducted children. We noticed a stark contrast in emotions between the children in America and the children in Gulu. The children here never cry.
When they see you crying, they ask you, what are you crying? Then you said nothing, then they say that now you're thinking about it. Oh, so we better kill you. So they kill you. But they don't know what is in your heart. You see? For me, my heart is that I'm going to escape. I'm going to escape.
We were 3. Our big brother, he killed in the kidney.
They kill.
I want to be a teacher.
For me, I wanted to be lawyer, but
No money.
I don't have money to pay my school fees so that I learn.
Oh, they are so dangerous. First of all, they will get you. They might not kill you, but you'll have to walk with them.
The reason we were forced to stay in the town of Gulu another night was because of that truck in front of us that got shot up. But we wouldn't have known to turn around if it wasn't for a man named Dan Kadega.
Well, there's a lot of social evils going on in this part of the world, and they need attention.
Dan works at Uganda's parliament and speaks on behalf of the children of Uganda.
The message from the children is very clear. The children from northern Uganda, they're asking for one thing, survival, peace. They're asking for peace.
In addition to Dan, we also got to speak with many journalists, like Dennis from the New Vision, John from the Monitor, and Caroline, an historian.
Government should try all possible means, and the community should also be involved.
We wanted to understand how the 17-year war had originated. Most people we talked to, including our only American friend Jeff, tried to explain the complicated history that began with a spirit-possessed woman named Alice
So
Laquena.
her name was Alice, and I'm not sure of her other name, but she has since become known as Alice Laquena, because Laquena was the name of the spirit that possessed her and that started to instruct her.
Alice Laquena had a motive of trying to topple the government of Uganda, if she could.
For them, they believe that when you use the Holy Spirit, the bullets cannot penetrate you. You just smear yourself with oil. You use stones. Stones can explode by like bombs through the power of God.
Indoctrination to the fighters that to make them believe that once you smear yourself with a share oil,
the bullets wouldn't harm them. If a soldier was killed, it was actually perceived that they had been unclean or they had somehow disobeyed the orders of the spirit.
After Alice Laquena, this Joseph Kony, the leader of the LRA, came up.
So to lend his own movement some legitimacy, he claimed to be the cousin of Alice. That idea, that connection to the spirit world is then linked through the family.
He's an illiterate fellow. He uses witchcraft. He uses some spiritual thing which is difficult to understand.
It's a very spiritual society in that regard. And so if somebody comes, they're possessed, they're receiving direction from something that's beyond the everyday existence, then that can be a very powerful motivating and directing force, I think, for people.
The more we tried to understand this war, the more complicated it became. The complication begins with how many children are abducted and what usually happens to them once they are taken by the rebels.
When they get to the bush, the first few things they are taught to do is to kill. And that is it.